What's up, everybody? Welcome back. My name is Harrison. Welcome to the Den. And boy, do we have a show for you today. All right. So, Tom MacDonald, we got Fake Woke. Y'all already know how I feel about Tom. Tom is the man, like the man, period. Usually, so what I've noticed that Tom does is he puts out these songs, right? And some of the heavy hitters that he knows are going to be controversial or going to cause some, are going to be bigger for him, right? Maybe not bigger, but more impactful, you should say. He definitely has a lot of feelings for it. He'll start really emphasizing the, what I'm looking for, like promoting it more. You know what I mean? Like he'll promote it more. You see him talking about, like he'll talk about like putting up different pictures and stuff on social media, like warning people this is coming out. And he does this to hype everybody up, right? And then he posted it, and like, I think the last time he really pushed it was People So Stupid. I feel like that was the one that he like recently did, and it just went like blew up crazy for him, right? So I kind of expect the same thing with this. And that's how I feel, because he was kind of giving out that warning, like he was like, people are gonna freak out when they see this, that, and the other. Now, Tom fans are like, hell yeah. Hell yeah, I want to freak out. I hope you'll freak out. So I'm always looking forward to it. I'm super looking forward to it. I literally love new Tom MacDonald music when it comes out. Like, absolutely love it. So we're not going to waste too much more time talking. Thank you guys very much for tuning in with me. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you like the video. And yeah, we are obviously trying to grow the channel. So if you can, please hit subscribe. That would be fantastic. If you are back again with me, I appreciate you coming back, you know? All right, so let's get this checked out. This is Tom MacDonald, Fake Woke. Hold up. Fake Woke. Did I just mess up my headphones even more? They're okay. They're okay. Anyways, what you got for us, Tom? Let's go.
I think it's crazy I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's
Dang. Yo, but really though, I literally had my first Cardi B reaction I tried to put up. And yes, of all things, it was WAP. And the only reason I even did it, and I don't want you guys to hate me, and it was blocked. So I can't even get it to upload, all right? It was blocked, which is ridiculous to me, because I feel like it's probably the most overplayed social media song currently, but whatever. My wife thought it would be funny because she knows that I'm not like big into that type of stuff. Yeah, and if I ever get to not be blocked, you will see how I feel about it. So I feel you on that first line there, Tom.
See, I'm the one who they labeled as controversial, and Cardi B is the role model for 12-year-old girls. There's rappers pushing Xanax at the top of the billboard, but if I mention race in a song, I'm scared I'll get killed for it. It's backwards, it's getting exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be
Whoa. Okay, so he's going deep. I mean, him throwing out a Cardi B, trash line here and there is not a big deal to me, right? Like, I that doesn't bother me at all. But, he just threw out Eminem, all right? And he said before that it's easier to buy a gun than it is to get a job, right? And then he said Eminem used to like literally bash like everybody. Like, it doesn't really matter if you were white, black, gay, straight. He'd find a reason. He's gonna bash you. He's gonna do it on those levels, right? And now he's saying that he has, just for who someone voted for, he is not associating with them or doesn't want them as fans. So how he's changed. But dang, man, he's dropping Eminem in there. I mean, I don't think that's necessarily like a diss towards Eminem, but it's got weight behind it, right? It's got weight behind it.
Exponentially dumb. It's more difficult to get a job than purchase a gun. Eminem used to gay bash and murder his mom, and now he doesn't want fans if they voted for Trump. We're ashamed to be American. You should probably love it, because you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children, we were taught how to walk.
Yeah, that's almost a double too, right? So like, literally in other countries, right? If you don't agree with what the government or whatever the mass popularity is, they literally have stonings. Like that still goes on today. But that could also be used as like a metaphor where you're being attacked verbally or attacked for whatever. Like you have whole movements disagree with other movements, right? People might not get together, might not like each other, but you have the freedom of speech still with that. Tom sees that he's Canadian.
We love it because you have the right to hate it and not get stoned to death in public. As children, we were taught how to walk and talk, but the system wants adults to sit down and shut up. Cancel culture runs the world now, the planet went crazy. Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yo. Okay. I like this a lot. I mean, this is a very serious, this has to be a very serious topic for Tom. Like, I feel Tom gets crucified on this type of subject all the time. And he's right, though. Like, all of your childhood, celebrity favorite people are either a part of the Me Too movement, right? Or they're labeled as racist, right? Like, so if they don't necessarily buy into some of the cookie cutter Hollywood stuff, I'm not just saying like the Me Too stuff, but like, if they don't buy into what like the mainstream is, then they are literally persecuted, outcasted, and they're labeled as whatever the negative thing may be for them. Yeah, hold on. Something else here. And again, sorry for pausing so much in the beginning here. I'm doing it quite a bit more than normal, but whatever. Click off if you don't want it. I'm gonna talk about it.
Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need to change. They gave us tiny screens. We think we free because we can't see the cage. They knew.
Damn. Okay. Oh boy, they never freed the slaves. They just what they say? They never freed the slaves. They just removed the chains. And they gave us tiny screens so that we can't see behind the scenes, something along those lines. Hold on.
Guilty by association.
That is a heavy bar. That's a heavy bar because it's so true. We are so trapped. I mean, what are we doing right now, right? What are we doing right now? What is he doing right now? What is everything? Dude, you look anywhere. People are just constantly on their phones. And I mean, I fall victim to it. I mean, it's part of my work, not just doing YouTube stuff for, or making videos, but literally part of my normal job. I have like everything integrated to my cell phone, all my emails, all my contacts, right? Like everything that I do is like this. And then all communication, I do so much work from my phone. It's insane how integrated we are. And it's easy when you're bored to just flip from one activity to the other, and you're just so entranced in that.
Label everything we say as homophobic or racist. If you're white, then you're privileged, guilty by association. All our childhood heroes got Me Too'd or they're rapists. They never freed the slaves. They realized that they don't need to change. They gave us tiny screens. We think we free because we can't see the cage. They knew that race war would be the game they need to play. For people to big teams, they use the media to feed the flame.
Oh man.
They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings. I think it's crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake.
I didn't hate it. It's not my favorite hook from Tom. It actually, well, I mean, it kind of worked. I just didn't see it flow with the song as much. I like it. I don't know why it feels like everyone has something, either hate or love Tom's hooks. Like there's no one in between. That's always a conversation topic, right? Anyways.
Facts don't care about your feelings. I think it's crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake woke. Hate their neighbor because he wears a mask or he stays home, has a dog.
That's really relevant too. One more thing on the chorus though. What I did like about it is it kind of made me think about when he was doing a little bit of the rock stuff a little bit more. Here with the one song in particular, but he's doing like the rock, more of like the heavier rock stuff. Kind of made me feel that way. But yeah, he said, hate your neighbor because one person wears a mask and the other person doesn't. So, you might have two point of views, like for someone who doesn't agree with wearing a mask, who doesn't think that it does anything, versus someone who only wants to wear a mask because they're worried about it. But people, we are now literally using, we either have race to divide us, now we have something else to divide us too. People who do or do not care, right? Or that perception of people who don't care are against the people who do care. Not saying either one is right or wrong, but like we just have something else to separate us even more visually. Like you can see it. It's not like you don't know if they're thinking it that way. They're literally either yes or no. Interesting. Interesting.
Fake mode. Facts don't care about your feelings. I think it's crazy how these people screaming facts, but they fake woke. Hate their neighbor cause he wears a mask or he stays home. Has a daughter, but his favorite artist said he slays hoes. Picks her up from school, music slaps.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. So like, oh my gosh. Dude. That's one of the hardest things it is for me to listen to some music like that, though. Like, I do like a lot of other stuff, but man, when they talk about it repeatedly, man, I have a daughter, and that's one thing I think about all the time. Like, man, it just turns me off to that whole music section when they start talking about that kind of stuff. Like, it just pisses me off. It just makes me mad, right? And I've always kind of felt that way. Like, I like a lot of the stuff for the beats and stuff, but you know, some of the other garbage rap or garbage music that's out there that's like part of like the trending or the, you know, the top music going on right now, it's just a bunch of garbage. It really is, and it's a bunch of bubble stuff, and it's really repeated. The only good thing about it is the beat, possibly, right? But I hate the repetitive stuff over and over again. And that's spot on. That's spot on with Tom.
His home has a daughter, but his favorite artist said he slays hoes. Picks her up from school, music slaps on the way home. Censorship's an issue because they choose what they erase. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. I think Black Lives Matter was the stupidest name when the system's screwing everyone exactly the same. I just want to spend Thanksgiving Day with food of my family without being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided, it's black and white and
right, he's not even American. Like, I literally just want to have a day, a holiday we spend together with our family, right? And then not be accused that I am celebrating something that happened, you know, to the native. You know, that's not even my idea of it. I'm not sitting here with a tomahawk, right? He's saying I'm not sitting here celebrating something that you're saying I'm trying to celebrate. I'm just literally trying to have a meal with my family and celebrate family togetherness.
Without being accused of celebrating native casualties. We got so divided, it's black and white and political. Republicans are bigots, libtards if you're liberal. There's riots in our streets and it's just getting worse. Y'all screaming deep on the police, y'all are genius for sure. They're underfunded already, they're way too busy to work. Order food and call the cops, see what reaches you first. Segregation ended, that's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think they were trying to help. Segregation ended, that's a lie in itself. That was a strategy to make us think they were trying to help. They knew that racism was hot if they designed it to sell. We buy up every single box and divide us ourselves.
That's right. That's right. We go based off what's trendy, what's popping, what's going on with this, right? We feed into the media what they tell us. Just like with other popular brands or what's current in fashion or technology or music, right? We feed into that. So why wouldn't we feed into the same thing about people, right? Groups of people, races. I mean, of course, this makes sense.
Fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake woke. Same old safe zones. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about your feelings. We use violence to get peace and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase.
He said that's like sleeping with the football team, practicing being a virgin. You literally got the whole team, right? That's a funny comparison.
Don't care about your feelings. We use violence to get peace and wonder why it isn't working. That's like sleeping with a football team to try and be a virgin. Politicians are for sale and someone always makes the purchase. But you and I cannot afford it. Our democracy is worthless. If a man has mental illness, call him crazy. Say it silently. When country's going crazy, we accept it as society. Get sick and take a pill. When the side effects get you high, you get addicted like these rappers dying fighting with sobriety. Censoring the facts turns our children into idiots. They claim it's for our safety. I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change.
Damn, dude, this guy, Tom is on it again with this one, man. The way he's able to orchestrate his words and put them all together so that everything makes sense and coincides and flows well together like that blows my mind. I mean, he's not just rapping, but literally being able to tell a story which again is what entices a lot of people to like and enjoy music, is when they can get a story and feel relative to it. So his job doing that through rap, I think, is really hard.
Our children into idiots, they claim it's for our safety. I'll tell you what it really is. Removing information that empowers all the citizens. The truth doesn't damage points of view that are legitimate. They're trying to change amen to amen and women. How'd we let them make praying a microaggression? Instead of asking God for the strength to keep winning, we cheat to get ahead and then we ask him for forgiveness. Feminism used to be the most righteous of fights, but these days it feels like they secretly hate guys. I don't trust anyone who bleeds for a week and don't die. I'm just kidding, but everything else that I said is right. They so fake woke. Facts don't care about feelings, they know.
I'm gonna say some of that real quick. Yo, if anyone is out there that's feminist, all power to you. But I know a lot of women who hate the whole feminism movement because they think it's extremely biased and unfair, and it doesn't really represent how they feel as a woman and how they feel they should be represented. Like, you know, they're not trying. You know, no one's like, okay, we don't have menism, right? We don't feminism. You know, they say they want to be equal to men, right? So many aspects that, you know, they are. I think a lot of it is mindset, or they put, you know, a lot of times, especially like so in my job field, we say this, you know, putting the carriage before the horse, right? You're putting an objection before you get to, you know, even the conversation. And I feel like that happens a lot with these movements, right? They're putting an objection. They have this thought already that they are, you know, they're putting the answer to a question they haven't asked, and it's the wrong answer, but they're putting it out, they're projecting it, making it feel like that's what they're going to get back. So like a lot of women say, feminism to me just makes it feel like they're just trying to outdo everybody and belittle people. I want to be viewed as equal to other people, right? Which is cool. But they say I don't support feminism because it's like super radical. So, anyways, that was.
Whoa, facts don't care about feelings. They know they won't tell me what to believe in. They so fake, whoa, same old, safe zones. They so fake, whoa, facts don't care about your feelings.
I like that hook a lot more. That grew on me quite a bit. I really like it. Actually bumps really well with it. I think it jives actually really well with it. So I completely forget what I said after the first chorus that I heard. But Tom MacDonald. Tom MacDonald is insane. Tom MacDonald is, I think, one of the best artists, period, right now. Like on all genres, I think he's one of the top. Like, just period. Yeah, I'm super excited. I know he said he's pushing out a whole bunch of crazy amount of music this year. He's going to go super hard. Tom, we ready, boy? We ready. On that, thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, stay blessed.